what a 400 amp service is basically made up of parallel runs. Normally requires parallel runs. And again, when it comes to residential, it is a set of parallel runs that you will be running, depending on if you're using aluminum or copper. If you're going to be using aluminum, most of the time you're going to be running. I'm pretty sure 250 kc mil 2 times. Again, it's very important that you can also use PVC conduit in order to do your service. You can also use tech cable, you know, whatever is required by code out of the OESC Ontario code book, you're allowed to use, and the NEC also. Again, always double check when it comes to the service installation. You want to, for service entrance, you want to refer to, I believe it's section 6 of the OESC codebook. Section 6 is where you're going to have your service entrance, entrance requirements, and also in there you'll find, along with your service entrance, you're going to find your meter, your overhead service, and so on. What your the drip loop and so on inside of the code book. I can't remember off the back of my hands, but I think it's 6-1,000 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But it is in the 6,000s there. You will find that code rule. Again, um, parallel runs, service entrance, when it's underground, below come below frostbite, you're going to be using DB3 conduit, DB3, or I believe the other one is EBZ, something like that. I just did, just finished a brand new video that I dropped today on that. So if you're looking for that, you can check out my brand new video. It is on my main channel. I did drop a short today, and that short will lead you to my main channel. It will lead you to that video that is pinned in the comment section. It's a 400 amp service installation with all the rules breaking down from section 1200, 12,000, sorry, in the code book. And inside of that 400 amp service that I dropped today, the main video that I dropped today, you're going to see a lot of code rules and such inside of that video, a lot of explanation of the service entrance meter, also the disconnect. You know, you're going to find everything in that book, in that video that I dropped today. So basically, a 400 amp service is basically required when you have a lot of power going on in your home and so on. Also, when you do have a lot of, you know, pools, could be pools, could be hot tubs, you know, and so on. That's when you're required to. The utility company is the one who's going to be approving it. So again, when it comes to that, very important to make sure that you do know that they're gonna have to upsize the transformer because a 400 amp service is a very big service, and most of the time, if you are doing a new construction home and there has been homes there already, you're not going to have most of that power there for that 400 amp service. So they're going to upsize that service for you, whether you have to pay for it or not. Of course, you're going to have to pay for the upsizing So what happens when you have a bigger service coming into your home, especially when it comes to a 400 amp service. I mean, most people might wonder why does homeowners need a 400 amp service? Well, a 400 amp service, like I said, it's required when the load exceeds that 80% rule. Um, you have to do why how many amperes you need, and once you come up with the calculations and so on, obviously you're going to it's going to determine how much service you do need. Again, for all those who are tuning in, I just dropped a big 400 amp video today on my main channel. The link is in the main video, the main short that I dropped today. It is in the main short. Click the link and it'll take you over to my 400 amp service installation that I dropped today. In that video, you're going to see all types of stuff. You're going to see all types of code rules in there and so on. So again, if you're an apprentice and you want to know where to find some rules, now this video is for you. So the link again is in my comment section inside of the shorts that was dropped today. Just click that link. It'll take you right over to the video. And as if you go to the video again, just leave a like on it. Leave a comment. Let me know if you came over from the small channel. Also, you can subscribe to the bigger channel. The bigger channel is where I do most of my content, most of my videos, and so on. Is where I will do most of uh, my videos and so on. So again, for all those who are tuning in to tonight's video live stream, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Helps with the channel. And if you have a comment, drop a comment. You can drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you guys are an apprentice coming up through the ranks. If you guys have ever done a service change before, uh, do you guys prefer 100 amp, 200 amps, or 400 amp service? And again, parallel runs, very simple. You have to make sure both runs, both parallel cables are the same length. Um, whatever you do with the cable coming through the ceiling with one cable, you have to do basically with the second cable. That's why they're called parallel runs. They're both supposed to end up being the same runs at the same time. And of course, you can also do it in conduit, or you can do it in tech cable. It all depends on you, the contractor, what you're doing, and how difficult it is to run conduit. Most guys will end up running when it comes to a residential home. They'll probably avoid the conduit and go with a much easier cable like the tech cable. You will see that in the video that I dropped also today. 250 kc mil tech cable that was run for the job, and very heavy cable. It comes with red, black, and blue stripes on it, and that's how you identify the cables. Again, when it comes to running parallel runs and so on, because these cables are not, because your neutral is a unidentified conductor. You have to identify it, and simply identifying it with black with white tape is a means of passing the code. It is in the code book where you have to use, and that is also under. I don't want to. I think that might be under section 6, also. Um, it might very well be under section 6 if I'm not mistaken. And again, parallel runs is very Very, very important when you're doing the 400 amp service. Why? It helps the service. Um, Again, if you are running parallel runs, running the same cable in the same path can also so that's why it's very important when you are running your parallel feeds and so on. You want to make sure that it is it is run in the same path. Again, for all those who are tuning in to the live stream. So again, I'm just here trying to play around with the actual um, the YouTube studio live stream here to see if I can actually leave a comment here. Haven't been able to actually figure out how to actually um, use the comment section here. Again, for all those who are tuning in, don't forget you can leave a like on the video. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And again, you can also check out Masterclass 400 amp service installation video that was dropped today earlier. In that video, you're going to see also, of, a little bit of the thermometer being used to detect heat. And a lot of people are not aware that when it comes to running your conduit and so on for your when it comes to your service, or even when it comes to your conduit alone, you have to make sure that your bends are accurate. You have to make sure you stay within the radius bend, the code rule. There is a rule under that also. Um, can't remember if it's 12-10, 18, something like that, where it tells you about the radius of bends when it comes to conduit installation. Um, so all these things you have to keep in mind. Uh, Reason being is because when it comes to PVC conduit and so on, also EMT conduit, we make bends, and your bends have to be within that radius. Also, you cannot have a smush pipe or a bent pipe, a bent 90. It's gonna disturb the cable pulling. It's going to be very difficult to pull that cable, and again, your cable needs to breathe. It needs to breathe. So think about it as if your cable is squished and you're pulling conduit, you're pulling wire through your conduit, and you have your pipe that is squished. What's going to happen is you're going to lose that. Let's say you're running 3/4 conduit or even 1/2 inch. You have a conduit fill that we go by, and as soon as you squish that pipe, you've now disrupt the conduit fill also because the conduit is not really made out the way it's supposed to be, which is supposed to be round, not flat nor anything like that. So having to pull cables through that conduit that's pushed is going to give you issues. Is also going to make those wires heat up very fast, and you will be surprised on how quick wires can heat up, and especially when it comes to your service entrance and your branch circuits and so on. When it comes to branch circuits, I don't like to up my mix my conduit with different sets of cables. Reason being is there's that conduit fill, like I said, and I prefer to leave all cables. the same. So if I'm using T90 and I'm doing a job that it all requires T90, then I'm going to be using T90 because uh, the derating, I don't have to worry about the derating factor. The derating factor kicks in when you start to use different sets of cables. Um, that's where you're gonna have to derate your conduit, derate your wires and so on to make sure that you don't have that overheating current inside of the conduit. As you know, once that happens, that's how fires can start. So you want to again avoid situations like that. Very, very important. And so again, if you're now tuning in for the first time, welcome to the channel. And here, what we do here is I break down electrical code work and so on, and how to go about doing proper installation when it comes to trying to pass your code with the proper code rules and so on. Are very important to stay within your code rules. So again, I would like to, this is a short video, and again, I dropped a video today on my bigger channel. The link is on my video that I dropped today on this channel. So if you check out my video that I dropped today, you'll see the link in the comment section pin. It will take you over to my main channel where you will see the full explanation of the 400 amp service. So again, the link is pinned in the video that was dropped today. Just check it out. Click on the link. It'll take you over to my main channel, and you will see the 400 amp service installation video that was dropped today this morning. Again, if you're not subscribed to both channels, you can subscribe to both channels, stay up to date to both channels. So when it comes to the difference between 400 amps and 200 amp installation is basically 400 amp installation, you require 250 kc mil, or I don't remember off the back of my head. The aluminum, I believe, is 250. I can't remember what the copper is, but um, the copper, I don't remember the size of the copper off the back of my hands. But how you find that is you simply find that in the code book. If you're located in Ontario or Canada, you'll find that in the code book tables, back of the tables. Um, that's where you will find that information. You'll also find it under, I believe, section 6 also. Um, Actually, no, you're not going to find it under section 6. Section 6 is going to tell you basically about the overhead service loop, and so on. And you're bringing in your cables and so on. But inside of the tables, that's where you're going to figure out what size cable you're going to use when it comes to a 400 amp service, 200 amp service, and such and such. Also, depending on the set of cables that you're going to be running, it also depends on that also. So you just don't pick a 400 amp panel and run any type of cable. Uh, you need to figure out what type of cable you're going to be running also. So again, I'd like to thank you guys all for stopping in to the live stream today, supporting the channel, and again, I'll catch you guys on a next video. Again, also don't forget to watch the next video that's going to come up on the screen, and also don't forget subscribe to the channel, to my main channel, and stay up to date to my content. Make sure also your notification when you do subscribe, your notification is turned to all. That way you receive all of my notifications.